Hi there, I'm Aki from Aki Gaming and welcome to another episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours. Each episode, we will be putting two heroes into the spotlight and see who reigns supreme over the other. First, they will be judged by all of their attributes, which includes their stats, weapons, skills, etc. Then we will put them into a battle simulator and see who's the better one when head on. Not only that, we will be also giving them their best possible skill build and put them into the ultimate mass battle showdown to see who will be crowned the winner of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours. Let's not wait any longer and introduce our contestants. Standing on the left corner, a member of the Grace Mercenary. Love being part of the Harvest Festival. The Moonlight Witch, Husbando. And standing on the right corner, the youngest princess of the Hoshido, well versed in the benefits of hot springs, the hot spring healer, Sakura. So here we go, the first ever flying staff battle in MWIBTY, Halloween vs hot spring, witch vs healer. Who will be crowned the better staff wielding waifu? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Round 1. Stats and skills. Let's start by comparing their stats. And Husbando has the higher speed and resistance, whereas Sakura has the higher attack and defense. The score is tied at 2-2. Next, let's compare their weapon. Husbando uses the Witchy Wand that has a might of 12. After combat, if she attacks, resets special cooldown of target and foes within 2 spaces of target, and inflicts the following status on target and foes within 2 spaces of target through their next action. Inflicts special cooldown charge -1 per attack during combat. Furthermore, it could be refined to gain Wrathful or Dazzling. What about Sakura? She uses the Grand Scratcher that also has a might of 12. At the start of turn 1, grants special cooldown -1 to ally with the highest attack. It's like a weapon that gives quickened pulse. And here's the cool part. If you somehow has 2 or more allies with the same attack, they would all get the benefits of the special reduction. Same as Witchy Wand, it also could be refined to have access on Wrathful or Dazzling. So, who has the better weapon? Both has the same amount of might, but the former ability has a wider range compared to the latter that only works once. I would have to give it to Witchy Wand this time. So, Husbando wins the weapons fight. Moving on, their assists. Husbando has Recover Plus that restores HP equal to 50% of attack plus 10. And Sakura, she has a 2 ranged healing skill called Psychic Plus that restores HP equal to 50% of attack. According to the rating score from Game 8, Recover Plus has a score of 8.5 out of 10. And Psychic has 9. The Hot Spring Healer Equalize 3-3. Next, their special. Husbando has Heavenly Light, a 2 cooldown special that restores 10 HP to all allies when she heals an ally with a staff. As for Sakura, she has Fire Flood Bomb. When healing an ally with a staff, grants attack resistance +6 to all allies for 1 turn with a cooldown of 1. Which is better, you ask? And Fire Flood Bomb is better than Heavenly Light. So, the Princess of Hoshido takes another point. Now, their passives. And since there isn't a match for slot A and B, we will not be able to compare it. However, we will still briefly go through it. In slot A, Husbando has Speed Resistant Bond that grants her a Speed Resistant +5 during combat when adjacent to an ally. And Sakura has Wrathful Staff that calculates damage from stuff like other weapons in slot B. Lastly, let's look at their passive in C. Husbando has Horn Flyers that boost adjacent flyer allies' attack and speed +6 at the start of a turn through their next action. And Sakura has Speed Opening. At start of turn, grants speed +6 to ally with the highest speed for 1 turn. So who will take the last point? Even though Speed Opening could work anywhere, but looking at how it only benefits 1 unit with the highest speed, I would have to give the final point to Husbando. And that's the end to round 1. With a score of 4 against 4, the result of the first round ended in a tie. Close match from the very start. I hope it does not end up with all 3 rounds being a draw. Anyway, let's move on to round 2, head-on fight. For this and the next segment, I'm going to use the battle simulator from Arctic Silver Fox. First, we are just going to let them brawl with their default skill, Ivy with no buff. Here's the result for one full turn. It seems Sakura managed to beat Rhea on both phases thanks to her having Rafu staff. And of course you could argue that Rhea can get Rafu too by refining, but it can't beat Sakura's Razzle Dazzle. So the Hot Spring Healer gets 1 point. Next, how about give them some skill inheritance? As our usual practice, we will optimize their build for the highest winning rate. For Rhea, Dazzling Kumade, Miracle, Attack Speed Bond, Rafu Staff, Odd Attack Wave, and an Attack Speed Bond. As for Sakura, she will be using the same build as the Moonlight Witch. And since both builds require ally bonding, we will assign an ally to them. And the result? This time, no one gets to KO their opponents since they couldn't counter attack. But they did quite a lot of damage, leaving them with very little health. If any one of them had a resistant Bane, they will be KO'd. Hence, it's a draw for the skill inheritance fight. And since Sakura already has a point in the default fight, I hereby declare the winner of the second round goes to Sakura. Before we proceed to the final segment, let's look back at the results so far. Sakura has 1 win, 1 draw, compared to Rhea, which only has a draw. All the Princess of Husbando needs is a draw, and she will be able to claim the title of Best Waifu. But the Mercenary Witch will not go down easily without a fight. Who will win the last rounds? Let's find out in round 3, Mass Battle. For this segment, we will be using the same damage calculator as round 2 to calculate how effective are they against all the other heroes. Instead of looking at only their kills, we are also going to consider their draws and losses too. And the result will be in the form of percentage. And here's the formula. First, we will calculate the result with their default build. And in order for the fight to be a little more competitive, we will refine both of their stuff. Nobody wants to see a 0-win fight, right? Here's the result for 1 round of initiation. And Sakura takes the first point with a winning rate of 55.5 to 46. Next, let's have a look at the result for 1 full turn with attacking phase first. The Hot Spring Princess takes another point, 0-2. Now, defending first. Here's the result for 1 round of defense. Rhea scores 1 back with a winning rate of 38 to 34.9. Moving on to 1 full turn of defense. And Sakura scores another point. The halfway score is 1-3. Now, let's look at the result after inheriting skills. Who will perform better this time? Same as round 2, we're gonna assign them an ally. For 1 round of initiation. Whoa, what a score coming from healers. But Sakura has the higher winning rate of 98.7 to 97.6. What about 1 full turn by initiating first? Another very close fight, but the Princess of Husbando is still better this time. What if enemy attacked first? How different would the result be? For 1 round of defense, a difference of 2% with Rhea trailing behind, 1-6. Lastly, let's look at the result for 1 turn of defense. And Sakura wins it all in a skill inheritance battle. And this marks the end to round 3. With a score of 1-7, the last round goes to the Hot Spring Healer. And ladies and gentlemen, having 2 wins and a draw, the winner of this episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours goes to Sakura! I thought the faster unit would win the last round. I guess the difference in their attack plays a crucial part at the end. To be honest, not having Rafu by default already put Rhea in an unfavored position. But after skill inheritance, they are almost on par with Sakura having the slightly larger piece of pie because of a higher attack. Is Rhea a no good hero? No way. Did you see her winning rate during initiation? Those numbers are kinda scary to be honest. Of course you could argue that it's because of the plus 10 attack speed bonding, but it's still something nevertheless. In terms of availability, both are special seasonal heroes, so it's equally hard to pull them. How about their artwork? That is kind of subjective, but one of their ties are of higher quality than the other. So what's your thought on the result? Which of the two waifu makes you spark joy? Let's discuss.
If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification icon to Aki Gaming for more interesting content like this. You could also leave a comment below to suggest who would you like to feature in a future episode. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you soon.